expert highlights how to be among 1% of $XRP holders who will thrive as 99% may sell early. The founder of Alpha Lions Academy, Edoardo Farina, issues a critical warning to the XRP community, emphasizing that 99% of holders will be left behind. Farina initially suggested that 95% of XRP holders would be priced out of accumulating significant amounts of XRP over time. However, in his recent commentary, he raised the figure to 99%, emphasizing that these investors might sell their XRP to cover their basic cost of living. According to him, macroeconomic pressures are squeezing most XRP holders, forcing them to sell their tokens too early. He noted that global inflation has been increasing recently, with prices of food and groceries skyrocketing. The fact is, $100 today feels like $10 yesterday. The cost of living keeps increasing, and every fiat currency is in the same boat, Farina remarked. In addition, he said that AI-driven layoffs globally and debt burdens from student loans could also force investors to sell their liquid assets, including XRP, to cover their daily expenses. The situation is getting worse, which is why people are selling their XRP. It breaks my heart, especially since they understand we're living through this transformation, but I get it, they have bills to pay, he added. Based on the harsh economic developments, he believes it is a luxury for an investor to own 1,000 XRP, which costs approximately $2,160 today. Moreover, he contends that accumulating 10,000 XRP $21,600 is already out of reach for many investors. With Farina expecting 99% of XRP holders to be left behind, he shared some tips to help the remaining 1% thrive. First, he discouraged investors from selling their XRP to pay bills. According to him, people who believe XRP could be worth up to $100 should never sell the asset. The Alpha Lions Academy founder suggested that it would be difficult to repurchase XRP after selling it, adding that the price would likely spike, just as it had risen from 50 cents to over $2. Secondly, he urged investors to create alternative income streams, such as remote online work, to generate additional funds. Third, Farina advised XRP investors to consider relocating to a low-cost region to mitigate the impact of rising inflation. According to Farina, investors must think outside the box and learn to utilize their smartphones to generate additional income. Overall, he emphasized that investors should resist the urge to sell their XRP holdings, regardless of the harsh economic realities. He believes if XRP eventually reaches a lofty target of $100, it would be too expensive to purchase 1,000 tokens by then. Meanwhile, he suggested that there is still time for investors to acquire XRP and position themselves among the 1% who will thrive rather than staying among the 99% who will be left behind.